Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LMG here, and welcome to Kona. Actually just hit release about a week or two ago. I've been meaning to cover this. I played through this a couple times. It's been in early access for a while. Not as bad as, you know, some games been out in early access for 5 years, but yeah, this was Kickstarter backed. First off, I want to give credit. Yeah, graphically, it is pretty good, though there are now some shortcomings when the release. Because actually we'll find out. I wanted to spoil it for you, but yeah, we're just actually in a garage right now. Yeah, we're playing a Detective Carl Faubert. And one of the first things I want to bring to you is a lot of, I even saw one of the tags and a couple of, one of the Metacritic reviews also said, survival game. This is not a survival game. This might be a survival game for toddlers, but you would be hard pressed to die in this game. And also, when they initially changed this also from early access to release, this game has become a lot more linear. You get a little bit more freedom of movement later, but it does kind of press on you. It does kind of press on you. I got pretty good reviews. It's got about 500 reviews up on Steam. A lot of it Kickstarter backers, though. So, I mean, you always got to take that with a grain of salt.
Carl deducted this was a map of the area. Were those pins pointing to places of interest?
It could be. Yeah, it actually does have a really good story, though. I said I'm going to try to keep this relatively spoiler-free. Really good supernatural kind of tale. Set in the Canadian wilderness, which, you know, is my cup of tea. Yeah, the level of detail they have done on all these cabinets, etc. is just amazing. Like, this kind of reminds me of the Order 1886 is kind of like the detail they went in. I wish they'd done that with the rest of the game, but... Alright, we got a hammer. Yeah, really, you can't really use that on wolves or anything else, but there's actually a cool little... This isn't really a story breaker, but there's a guy's old man that opens up the door and fires a shotgun at you. But it doesn't really even come close to hitting you. But... you know, I thought it'd be funny. My first instinct is I pull out my revolver and I put a couple in him. Yeah, that was kind of immersion breaking because nothing happened. He didn't even notice. Didn't even care. But, alright, anyway, let's look
The
at
man
some
has a
pictures here.
passion for intergalactic things. Back then, people were obviously scared of the Russian atomic bomb, but an invasion by extraterrestrials was a legit fear as well. Seems like the mechanic had made his choice.
Thank you, Carl. It does have a lot of reference to, like, the past. Like, he's remembering a tale. Which you kind of get used to, but it is also a little immersion breaking. Because, like, well, obviously we survived this. Let's see if there's anything else I want to check out. And we'll go back to the car. Oop. So we'll check. Now the general, we'll check the map. And this one, I've only explored about half of it. It does keep it pretty linear. At the end, you do want to go up to Hamilton's mansion. And you'll discover a bunch more on the way. All in all, this game takes, if you do take your time, about maybe 3 or 4 hours. I mean, if you played it during access, you can kind of power
Milk
through
was
it.
sorted by color, from the whitest to the greenest, or in other words, from the freshest.
Oh,
to
why
the
would you drink that?
softest. Perhaps someone was expecting an important call.
Out here in the cold?
Case, that person's in for a long wait.
I would imagine
Carl
so.
already noticed that telephone services weren't provided in this area.
Yeah, no kidding. I was sprinting there. Yeah, it does have survival meters. Now, where did I... We can find those. Yeah, it does have the health, the fire, and kind of like the sanity and your stress level. You would really, really have to go out of your way to die in this. My buddy Accurize is actually be able to check out his channel, Accurize 2, if you do want to play through. I played a little bit of this on the stream. I'm not going to play through it all again. I played through this a couple times. I got to actually go around. I can't get through the front there. Yeah, there's somebody to check out Accurize for that playthrough. But myself, interesting tale, but yeah, it just kind of irks me with the survival.
Carl hadn't lived up to his good finder reputation.
Yep.
He still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamotte's lands.
Yeah, it just kind of keep you like, yeah, you need to go back there and do that, but I know. At least it's not as bad. You can actually use the vehicle to store some stuff too. I've been carrying around those logs to light fires everywhere. But once you do light a fire, it always stays lit. So you don't have to really worry about that. There's always a space you can warm up. Like I said, you've really got to go out of your way to die in this. It does have wolves you come across occasionally, some other supernatural stuff, but I do like the driving though. Especially that you can also appear out the map! Oh, Jesus. Put that away. Whoop. So I just want to show you the one really technical weakness. Not only like a couple of the reviews mentioned. It's something I noticed right away, though. Is when you get to a new house or a new area. It happens quite a lot. You will get a little loading screen. They did this on the PC end. Just to make it for lower end PCs. For lower PCs. Just so they wouldn't have a rough time with the graphics. They usually did have initially, it had a big loading time. But then there was never another loading time after that. So, whoa! Oh yeah, you do get a little bit of stress level from that. But no damage to the car. There's no consequences. No consequences. Driving angry. See, right here. This happens a lot. Yeah, it's... After a couple of hours, it does tend to get a little bit annoying. But, stop at Rosaria's house. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy. Oh, yeah. Let's get out. Let's get out. Look at that copyright-free music. Oh, alright. Know how to deal with this guy. I'm sadly out of bullets right now. Murder! Murder! You get out of here. Ah. I think there should be consequences for this, Zelda. But all this, you do actually have to trade him some caribou, which you actually have to go make at another... There's a distillery at another guy's house. But then you got another item you need from that to go make that, to go do this. So you can actually further traverse up to Hamilton's place. And shut up. Shut up, you taking your coat. But oh no, I do. If you do like a good narrative walking simulator tale, I do recommend it. Though it does have that loading time. That's my one big thing that was kind of an annoyance for me. So I will have to give that a couple point deduction for that. But all it is a good walking simulator tale. It just annoys me that they put... So a lot of people mention survival. Like, you have not played a survival game in your life if you call this a survival tale. Good interactive story, though. I actually grew to love the narrative guy. Actually, I even kind of like this crazy old man. I do love the narrator's voice. I didn't like it initially at first, but it really grew on me. I really do enjoy it. So if you enjoy a nice narrative tale, I do recommend it. I recommend it. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, but overall, I would give it... I'll give it a very generous 7 out of 10. It does great detail, a good story. A little short for your money, but the loading time's also a little crazy. But overall, I would recommend it. Probably maybe pick it up. I'm sure it's going to be on sale sooner or later. But alright, I gotta go try to chop up this old guy. I'll see you guys later, and have a good one.